Okay, coming to you again from South Alabama with my second video on my Utah elk hunt trip that I have coming up, showing some of the prep work and everything that I'm putting into making that trip. So since my last video, which I think was about 3 weeks ago, I have secured my Utah non-resident hunting license and my over-the-counter elk tag. So for those of y'all wondering what that cost, the non-resident hunting license was I think $145, and the non-resident elk tag was I think about $850. So right about $1,000 all in. So not too bad for a out-of-state big game hunt. So in the first video, I had just started getting back into reloading rifle ammo after quite a while. So we ran a few test shots using some 130 grain projectiles with some pretty medium to mild loads. Today I've stepped that up. I've got some 140 grain projectiles that I'm going to send down, and we'll use the chrono and see what kind of velocity we get. One of the things that was different about Utah is that hunter safety requirements. I had hunter safety course in 1982 in ag class in high school in Florida, but majority of states I've hunted in, you can be exempt from hunter safety if you were born sometime before the early to mid 70s, which I was. Utah, the cutoff date is December 31st, 1965. I missed that by just a handful of days. So unable to find my card, I was able to call Florida Game and Fish, and they were able to locate my hunter safety and give me a reference number for that, although I may have to get a replacement card if I don't end up finding my original card. I also mentioned in the first video that I was shooting my rifle is a Howa 1500, which a lot of people have not heard of. But I want to tell you about one of the unique features for this Howa compared to maybe my Remington 700s or some other popular brands, and that the Howa has a 3-position safety, which I think is pretty unique and pretty neat, pretty useful. So the rifle is unloaded, nothing in the chamber. So I'm going to demonstrate the 3-position safety. So with the bolt closed, the gun is in the safe position, will not fire. In that safe position though, the bolt locks. Now what's unique about that is that if you've ever walked through the woods, had your rifle slung on your shoulder, the bolt happens to catch on your clothing, you've got to end up with an open bolt. I've even lost ammo, maybe if bolt fully open, dropped ammo out of the bolt, out of the rifle. It's very disturbing, very inconvenient. So this also has a safe position where you can open the bolt, unload your rifle with the rifle on safe, and then it also has obviously the position to take it off safe to fire the rifle. So anyhow, I found that very useful feature on this rifle. So all that being said, I'll get the camera turned around, we'll put it on the chrono, try to get a little bit better view of the chrono than what I did before. We'll fire 3 rounds of a medium load with 140 grain. We'll see what we get as far as average, and then we'll fire 3 more rounds with a 1 extra grain of powder, still well below the recommended max for that. At some point when we find what we think is a good velocity for this, we'll start testing for accuracy. with the ultimate goal of comparing the best load that I can come up with to some over-the-counter premium ammo. Now, whichever one proves out to be the best for me and this rifle is what I'll take hunting. But I want to go through the steps to see if, in fact, I can match premium over-the-counter ammunition. So here we go. Okay, those 3 shots had an average of 2,733 feet per second with a minimum of 2,724 and a max of 2,743. So we had about a 21 feet per second extreme spread on those 3 shots. So not too bad, not too bad. We'll try the next 3 and see what we come up with. Okay, 2,780 feet per second average, low velocity 2,772, high velocity 2,787. So we closed our extreme spread from about 20 to about 15 and a half feet per second. So definitely going in the right direction. I appreciate y'all watching, and everyone have a great day.